So we made a video on introducing small creators to 360 video filming, and it sparked a lot of conversation in that video. And so this video is to help answer some of the questions that people had about getting a 360 camera and the software that you use. Today on Colorado Martini Living. So I have the Samsung 360 gear, and I've bought some accessories for it. This is a little case that helps protect the head of it, and then I also have a tripod. So I have a tripod for it, so you can either have it in the short length or the tall length, so you can be hands-free. But I have this nice little cover that protects the lenses. So as you can see, it's two-sided. And I also have a black cover around the bottom part of the device to help protect it also from bangs and bumps. You can see that the lens is quite wide, and so it really does need protecting. As you can see, it's very compact. It doesn't have a whole lot of buttons. It does have a menu system, but you control it on your phone, so it doesn't need a large screen on the display itself. So it's very compact and very small, which is what makes it really nice, because when you're walking around filming, nobody really notices you that much. So I absolutely love the compactness of this, and I've got this like bumper guard that I bought for it. It unscrews off of this, and so when you buy the camera, you're just buying this. But I bought a pack that had this rubber guard. It also has a rubber guard that goes over the top, and then it had this that you can attach onto the camera so it doesn't, if it for some reason unscrews, it will stay on the tripod. So it just screws onto a tripod. And then I have this nice extra cover I bought to protect those fisheye lenses, which is really, really nice. So as you can see, it's very compact. You can just throw it into your backpack. I've even at times just put it into my pocket, and you can just take this piece if you want to. You don't even have to take this, but this helps stabilize it. So it's a great camera for a YouTuber. As you can see, it's very compact. I have mine on a tripod, although the legs have fallen off and they're not connected, but this did have tripod legs on it. And it has a screw on the bottom of it where you can screw it on to pretty much any tripod that does have a screw on top to it. You can see that it has a lens in the front and a lens in the back. So these domed lenses, you can see that they're a little bit domed, are your two halves of the sphere that you stitch together to get your 360 video. So when you purchase this, you just purchase this top part here. The black that's on here is a cover that I bought, and it has this nice rubber cover that goes up on top of it to protect the lens. I even bought a kind of a soft cover to go over it, because these lenses really bulge out and you want to protect them as much as you can. So I have a 128 gig mini chip in here that allows me to take quite a bit of footage. Now the size of these videos are large. We'll get into that in a moment, but it's well worth it. And so you can either take the chip out to download your photos, your photos or your videos. You can take both with this, or you can connect your USB to it and download them directly to your computer. That's what I prefer, because dealing with the minis can be a hassle. You have to put them in converters and stuff. It's just to me, easier just to connect into the camera. So on the side of the camera is a little compartment that contains your card. So as you can see, It's just a mini, and so I have a Samsung card in there. And so you can get quite a few videos on this card. You can see that it's a 128 gig card, and so you can pull them out and download your photos from this, but I prefer to using the cord. It's kind of a hassle to pull the card out and then put it into a converter. But let me show you how you do that. So this is a converter. It looks like a little jump drive, and it just goes into the side of your computer. And it usually comes with different size slots on the side that you put your card in. So this little card just fits in that smaller slot, and then you just put this into your computer, and it should appear as a drive on your file system, and then you can just copy or cut and paste those photos into wherever you want to store them. And I usually cut and paste so I can get the photos off the camera itself. As you can see, this is in like this little compartment, kind of borders this card. And, you know, it's kind of a hassle to get it out of there and then get it back in and then get it in your camera. So you can see why I prefer using the USB cord rather than dealing with this. This is, you know, could be faster, but just setting it up is not faster. So it's just easier to plug it into the computer rather than dealing with the card itself. So to charge it, you can just use your USB connection, and this is also the same cord you use to connect to your computer. So when you buy these little protectors that go on them, they have slits that are specially made for the gear that allows you to get the card out and to put the USB connection in. And it just has a mini display on it here that shows you your battery life and maybe what mode you're in and stuff, but I really only use this display to see what my battery life is, and I can also see my battery life on my cell within the 360 app. So the 360 gear comes with the Cyberlink Action Director software, and this is the software that you download onto your PC or Mac that will allow you to edit your 360 videos or photos. So it's specifically designed for your Gear 360 camera, and it has editing features such as stitching your images together, trimming them, adding titles, or creating transitions in your videos. And so you basically have to have your serial number to your gear in order to unlock the software once you download it. If you have a camera that's different than the 360 Gear 2017, verify that it has editing software that comes with it, because this editing software normally will stitch your pictures together, and this is important. So what I do is that I use the Cyberlink Action Director to stitch the two domes together. Then I bring in that stitched image to my Cyberlink Director software, which is my normal editing software for all videos that I produce. The Cyberlink Director software is absolutely wonderful for regular videos and 360-degree videos. The one problem with Cyberlink Director is that it's only available for Windows operating systems. If you're looking for a Mac version to edit a 360-degree video, then Premiere is the software that you need, and that's by Adobe. So the two leading brands to edit 360-degree video is Cyberlink PowerDirector or Adobe Premiere. And again, Adobe Premiere will work for on a Mac or a PC, where the Cyberlink PowerDirector will only work in a Windows operating system. There are other editing softwares out there, but they're not as good or robust as these two are. You can use the editing software that comes with your camera, but they're very limited in their abilities. So I'm on the software right now, in the Gear software, and I'm looking to make sure that my video turned out okay. So you can see that it's got the two domes here that will be stitched together in the stitching software on my computer. But if I go ahead, I can go ahead and play this. This particular video is still on the camera. I could save it to my phone if I wanted to right now, but it takes a long time. So when I'm taking a tiny planet, I can put it into a mode to where I can see what my tiny planet's going to look like. So I can get up really close. Or I can be really tiny. So it's kind of cool. You can see it and I can walk around. Make sure that I'm getting a good shot. So I'm going to go closer to this lake to see if maybe I can get a better shot closer to this lake. So if I put it up high, you can see I get even a better tiny planet. You have the ability to change the modes, and this allows you to see in front of you and see in back of you simultaneously. And as far as I'm concerned, it's more of a preference. Now, if you haven't already tried, if you go look at one of our 360 videos, move, and you're on your cell phone, move the cell phone around. Just move it around, up and down, left and right, and you'll see that it follows the 360 video as if you had a headset on, and it's pretty cool.